chest cavity concoctions.
Let's pray you guys, Oh yeah, and I low-key stole this video from Sad Part, by the way. Probably the only, like, underground rap page that isn't fucking tweaking right now. Oh, sorry, I didn't steal it. I took homage from them. I took homage from the Sad Part page on Instagram. It wasn't like about half a year ago, I'd like to say. I made a video on Ken Carson and his situation with the supposedly stealing Morbid Angel and Horner's logos. And I was kind of backing him up, defending him, saying, I mean, if it's inspiration and he's clearly inspired by heavy metal and the likes, you know, why can't he use them? Why is that such a bad thing? That's not stealing, that's paying homage. And for the most part, I still side with that. Ken Carson is clearly inspired by these bands. Ken Carson clearly likes these bands. I just think it makes sense that he pays homage to the bands that inspire him by using their logos in, like, a tour date poster or some shit like that. But then I saw this little article by Sad Part, and I was like, damn, okay, I guess there is this little thing going around now of, like, the fact that, like, underground rappers can't stop fucking paying tribute to people, I guess. I don't know. And when you put it like that, you start to realize how it can be seen as just, like, straight laziness, you know? Here's the thing with the Ken Carson thing, yeah? Ken Carson is already more commercially successful than Morbid Angel and Horner and whatever, you know? Already. So it makes sense for him to pay tribute to them, considering how they inspired him, and he's taken their designs as a form of, like, bringing attention to them, I suppose. It's fine to, I guess, do something or make a reference or take homage from someone who inspires you, but it gets to a point. Osama-san, I don't think has an original album cover. I think every single one is inspired by another artist. You know, Nine Vicious did the same. It says in the article, Ghost Mountain and Two Hollis did a cover of the same song, like 3 months apart, so you can understand why fans are starting to get a bit, like, agitated with the state of the underground and all this, like, random homaging and shit. It's just, like, it's the fact that, like, everyone in the underground is now like, oh my god, I need to pay tribute to someone. Like, that's the article flames them, to be honest. The article is going ham about the fact that nothing is original, apparently. Yeah, he's done with it, bro. Yeah, he goes off on them about being, like, lazy and shit, which, for me, it only really works in the case of Osama-san. Because if I'm not mistaken, like I said before, I don't think he has an original album cover. I might be chatting out my ass, genuinely, but, like, he's taken so much, like, inspiration off other groups and other musical artists for, like, album covers, then it just gets to a point where it's like, dude, fuck off. Like, make your own album, seriously. Like, you do it for nearly every album you put out, and it's like, what the fuck? Think for yourself, bro. Real shit. Like, for the most part, though, I actually don't think it's, like, laziness or whatever in the underground. I think it's just a shitty trend. Like, it's the fact that all of a sudden they've kind of done it, like, all recently, you know? I just want to read the last bit of the article by Sad Part, because he mentioned something really interesting which I'd like to talk about, or go more in depth, at least. I could go into nostalgia baiting as a concept too, because it's also lame and played out, but whatever. Maybe I'll do a long form post about all this stuff soon. What do you think? Like, underground rap already tends to take a lot of inspiration from, like, online spaces. Everyone's just, like, sitting there. They're just, like, being nostalgic about things, but realistically, they're just, like, festering. And they're kind of, like, rotting, you know? And it's kind of, like, I'm kind of over it, I can't lie. They're kind of, like, sitting in a crack den, but for, like, nostalgia, you know? They don't want to move on. They want to keep, like, dragging back shit from the early 2000s, or the early 2010s, or the 2015s. It's like, bro, if we keep doing this, like, the 2020s aren't gonna have their own vibe for us to look back on, you know? Because they're just gonna be like, oh, that was so lame. We were just, like, reliving old shit. That was so boring. Like a filler episode. Like, no one likes a filler episode. It was okay for a while in the UK. It was done pretty tastefully in the UK, actually. And then it just dragged on and on and on and on and on. So shout out to the internet for, like, ruining another thing yet again. I appreciate it, you guys. It's seriously rotting people's brains, though. It's, like, actually mad. They're turning it into, like, a materialistic thing as well. Leave it to Gen Z to do that. Like, oh my god. Underground motherfuckers be like, bro, iPhone 5, iPod, fucking Hedy Slimane, digital camera, like, the whole, like, Hedy Slimane iPhone 5 thing is, like, it's like the underground's equivalent of, like, Matcha Labubu fucking Dubai chocolate Stanley Cup, you know? Like, you don't need an iPod. It's literally more like, you would struggle more if you had an iPod than if you didn't. You're a fucking sucker for internet trends if you get a fucking iPod, bro. Come on. You're performative as fuck. Two sides of the same coin, bro. It's literally two sides of the same coin. Like, whenever people try to use, like, nostalgia, or, like, nostalgia bait you into thinking their music's good, when they have, like, a cool music video that looks like it's filmed on a VHS, oh my god. I feel like I'm just gonna be describing Fang's music videos, but it's kind of true. Like, the balloons and the fucking camera quality and the outfits, like, it's just to distract you from the fact that his songs are fucking nursery rhymes, bro. Hold up, guys, the past is dead and gone, okay? High key, get over it, real shit. I already, you know, it's such a fucking cop-out, bro, to, like, I don't know, it just sucks feet, bro. I can't lie. It's such a cop-out to, like, convert to a previously established aesthetic as well. I can't lie, bro. Like, that already exists, you know, and for some reason it's become, like, a royalty-free thing for, like, new underground rappers to, like, adopt that, like, nostalgia baiting aesthetic, you know? I think that's all I have to say. I have no interesting input or comedy to add to the video. I'm in my fucking, yeah, you guys already know I'm tapped in with the underground though, so I had to, like,